All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. DFG's Corner is for information, observation, and entertainment. I ask that you comment, like, share, and subscribe.
And an economic system. Capitalism is an economic system. Even though we're capitalistic, we still have some elements of socialism in this country because we are levied, and the levy are used for good for the public services. Um, and Ms. Kim just sent to me, people are afraid of working because they want to lose benefits. Well, here's another thing about that is that a lot of us are too poor to be broke, but too rich to be poor. I say that again.
I get it.
We're too poor to be. Yeah.
I work in this, so they are so used to getting it because my mama used to get it, so I'm gonna get it. My child gonna get it. So when I make all these calls each day, saying, "Hey, I can help you find a job. I can help you go to school for a trade," they'll say yes, but 9 times out of 10, they don't want that. They want to continue to get their benefits because they so used to getting it. It's free. They don't have to pay for groceries. And then the ones that do receive TANF, the more kids you have, the bigger the check comes.
And that's,
I was going to school. In my taxation class, and I'll never forget it. My instructor stated that the government enjoys the fact that you are a single parent and in many children because they penalize you for being married with children. When you file your taxes, if you're a person that files taxes on your own and don't have somebody else to do it, you realize that you are penalized when you are single with no children, and you're penalized when you are married. And you get a slight break if you're married with children. But if you are single with children and multiple children, they give you so many breaks because you're single. So to me, a lot of people have these kids for, like you said, the free stuff. They actually get the free assistance. They actually get the free help.
They only get just free benefits. You can get a car too, based on the number of kids you have.
Wow. It seemed to me exactly. So, and I don't, how many years ago, 30 years ago, I took this class. So it still stands of what this man is saying, and the government applauds you if you are a single parent.
And it's the same thing I found out with housing. When I was living in California, I was working and I was making enough to where I was able to save the first month last month. And because I was 19, didn't have a renting history, even though I rented rooms out, they weren't having it. They was like, if you had a kid, you will be eligible. And I'm looking at them like, I'm 19. Why would I want to have a kid? Just to have somewhere to live. Exactly. And this is in California. And this was over 25 years ago.
Exactly.
I was seeing how they do it now with the college roommates. I would have had the room with 5 other people, and all of us would have had to bring all our credit reports together and hope we could make it, even though we just started with our credit. It's weird. It's real weird. You work, just like insurance. You work, and you think you're in a certain bracket. You get to insurance, oh, you make too much, or you don't make enough to qualify.
Exactly. And if you look at what I posted that on the screen that I'm sharing, this is the Census Bureau. As you can see, it's it tells you what percentage of the population are getting benefits, and what are they, and the demographics. As you can see, TANF is 0.5% of the population, but the people that are getting the most benefits are Caucasian, and female. So white women benefit most from government assistance. That's not me making stuff up. You can see it with your own eyes.
That's true. Because it's like I say, I see it every day.
And but that's not, even though these are the stats and the facts, that's not what's portrayed when they want to take stuff away.
Right,
So,
exactly.
so it's not, and I'm not saying, if you need help, you need help. I'm not gonna ever deny people help, and y'all know me, y'all know I do that. However, we need to be honest and say you're not talking about stopping spending because you're spending too much. It's the people who are being portrayed as needing it. And so there's an element of cruelty built in towards people without resources. But if you really want to know, and hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. I'm gonna show y'all another thing. I'm gonna show y'all who the real welfare queens are. And
I think I have a clue, but I want to see where your data shows, because I have an idea, but it might, make me a bad person by saying it. So I'm gonna let you talk.
I understand. I'm still looking for it, but this is, people are okay with this type of government assistance, but not towards individuals. That's why Robert Reich, he's an economist, and he served under Bill Clinton as one of his department heads, said that for corporations, there's there's state welfare. For individuals, it's rugged individualism. You can make it, and that's where pulling yourself from the bootstraps nonsense comes from, because it's not what you look at, it's what people are seeing. And we're looking at billionaires and saying that they deserve their wealth and we deserve what we get, even though they control the law, they control the lawmakers, and they control a lot of the things that keep us from going ahead. If we were to really look at things, we would see that it's not our how we look at things, is how it's portrayed. And I'm still looking for this, so y'all gotta give me a second. I'm an old man, or an older man.
No, you was right, old man.
But this is yeah, I'm gonna have to bring that up at another time. I thought I had it available, so I'm not gonna go through it, but I am going to bring something up so y'all can see this, that let's see, and give me a second. And if you look at what's projecting, it should be
Headline itself is horrible.
yeah, it's the Center for Public Integrity. It's a nonprofit. That tracks tax policies over the years. And as you can see, them tax cuts wasn't meant for us. Those tax cuts wasn't meant for us overall. And if they make them permanent, most people, 80% of people will be paying more taxes taxes will be going down for those of very, very high, making over $450,000 a year. Now, I know a couple of people who make that, but I don't make that. This is another article talking about the impact of 45 and 47 presidency on the well-being of Black folks. And let me stop sharing for a second, and I'll show y'all one more, because we are coming to the end of the show. And I'm not sorry that I carried this and I did most of the talking, but I appreciate everybody coming on and giving their opinions, and we're able to have a good discussion, because this stuff needs to be talked about. We need to keep fighting, because if we do not, we're gonna wind up getting got. And that's one thing we don't really want to do, but it can happen though. And I don't want y'all getting got. Am I making sense?
Oh, yes.
I understand.
Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.